All right, we are getting ready for, get me on blinky mode on the light here, a 4-hour ride with Kai. He's on a Cervelo R5. I'm on this beast right here to try to keep up. And 2-hour bottle of fuel, 2-hour bottle of fuel. I'm wearing a Camelback with 2 liters. More water right here. There's a water stop partway. It's gonna be like 100 degrees. And camera remote right here. Power meter, power tap in the back. And the brakes are crap right now. Like really bad. They barely work. So I'm gonna have to be really careful and not be jacking around with Kai too much. And maybe he'll show up here in a second. Oh, and there's a section of road we're riding today, just a few miles probably, maybe a little bit more, that's gravel. And I guess we're running in honor of the Tour de France, running gravel today. That section is, I don't know, mentally a way to cope with it. And there's something else I forgot. Oh, TPU inner tubes with sealant in them, and then a spare tube in the back here, and a Allen wrench and spare bolts, because to adjust all this, sometimes this down here, these bolts come loose and you can't see them come loose. So I've got an Allen wrench for that. Every once in a while I have to feel under here. I need to put Loctite back on it to hold them, but I didn't find it yesterday. I was trying to get this whole bike together to ride with him this morning. And it's 7 a.m., 7:15, and we need to get going. So we'll see where he is at and give a overview of his bike possibly. All right, here's Kai's bike, Cervelo R5.
Yep.
Carbon wheels, bladed spokes, SRAM, red, everything.
Yeah.
That is one hell of a bike, dude. Super, super fast. That's a top end race bike. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. All right, I've got a flat front tire, and I realized switching bikes, I did not bring a pump or a CO2, even though I got a spare tube. And it's flat from riding this gravel up here to my right. I'll get up there in a second so y'all can see. I must have hit something hard with the front. And it went flat pretty fast. So it might be a snake bite, so the tube might be just shot. No matter how much sealant I got in it, it's probably what it is. So Emily's gonna save me. Yeah, my rear tire's still good. Emily's gonna save me. It's gonna take her a while. But I've got an entire wheel set, the training wheels for this bike, with air in it sitting at the house. Emily's gonna load them in the car and bring it to me, and I can just throw on the new front wheel without having to deal with swapping out the front tire. Let's see how far I get across this creek channel. I don't want to be up there on that road. There's 18 wheelers every 5 minutes. The gravel wasn't even that rough. So I imagine, oh shit, stop that. So I imagine the people riding the Tour de France, well, they're gonna be on wider tires with lower pressure. But I was on a 23 front and it just couldn't handle it. Let's see if we can cross this creek channel over here. Been easily keeping up with Kai, and in fact, if it's flat or downhill, he's having to draft to stay with me. It's been a lot of fun. I don't think I can cross this creek channel. I'm gonna have to get back up on the road. I got plenty of time, so we can do a little adventure here. I just felt like it was banging hard against the let's see how, look at this soil. Oh, that's soft. That's too soft. Yeah, I'm not gonna make that. I could run across it and then I'd get stuck. So back up on the road. We'll go right up here. I've got on carbon road shoes. So basically I'm trying to hike to get out of this area so I don't flat myself again. And then the other thing that Emily's bringing is the my saddlebag that I forgot to bring the CO2 cartridges from my other from my gravel bike. Here's some deer tracks right here. So I'm gonna say probably 45 minutes lost riding. By the time Kai goes out and back. This truck driver probably thinks I'm using the bathroom down here. Then maybe I'll have my front tire swapped out. So he's riding gator skins. I don't know what I hit. We get back to the house and we'll see if it was a snake bite. He was riding gator skins, which I only half made fun of a couple days ago, because I was like, yeah, I mean, they're really, really slow tires, but they are tough. And as far as a training tire, and then getting into this occasional stuff here, they're actually not that bad. They're slower though, really slow. And then the wind's coming from that way, so I'm gonna swap over to the right side of the road. A cool thing I got going is, I got egg beater pedals. And y'all won't be able to see it, but Crank Brothers, the makers of egg beaters, have road shoe adapters. So you can ride your egg beater pedals with more stability. And then the other thing I did before this ride is I elevated my seat just a little bit. Let's see, here we go. Yeah, I could have hit anything. I could have hit a rock like that right there. That would have done it. This isn't exactly like normal gravel. It's gravel from where they bladed the road down to repave it. So it's got really hard, edgy stuff in it. And there's a porta-can up here, so I guess I'm gonna use that. And then, I guess as to get out of this gravel section, if I can't get a car ride from Emily to get out, I'm gonna stop up here at this porta-can. But if I can't get a car ride from Emily to get out, I'm gonna ride real slow. It was fine for a while. I did about a mile or two, and then boom, that was too much. Hear the train over there. Oh, there's a train. Look at it go. I've ridden gravel like all through there. It's pretty cool. All right, so this has been fun. It's cool to have a camera to document this stuff. I'm missing out on a little bit of a ride. That kind of sucks. But, okay, be back in a minute. All right. It took half an hour, and that's okay because she wasn't expecting for Emily to leave the house. She was not ready to leave the house, and she's bringing the wheel set and CO2 cartridges. And what I'm gonna do while I wait, I've walked for half an hour, 40 minutes probably, down this gravel road, and now I'm in the shade. And thinking ahead of time, go ahead and pull this off. This is the all that mud right there is from just walking 1 foot into the mud. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this wheel off and ready. And then a trick to remember is, I think the front wheel already has a skewer on it. I'm not sure, might not. Is to make sure to not lay this bike on its side too much so you don't leak out fuel. And now I'm gonna sit here and wait to get bitten by a copperhead. I'm in the little community of Cawthon. Oh, I got a lot of water in here. I need to drink this. And there was something I was going to do. I don't know. I think this is my life right now. So I'm getting in an hour hike in with my 3-hour bike ride, and probably make up the ride by going a little bit later this evening. And oh, yeah, the other thing is I can track Emily on the, I gotta turn this sideways a little bit to get this thing on. I can track Emily to see when she's getting close, and then message her, walk out into the road on the shade over there, and then say, hey, here I am. And I'm not gonna video that because she's probably not interested in being on camera, looking like she just got out of bed. And then Kai went that way, out here on this road, to finish biking this road, because he's on Gator Skin 25s and he'll probably be okay. He was okay the other day. And I'll track him to see when he's getting close. So he's down that way. And then Emily's gonna come from that way. And I walked to the edge of the gravel. That's the edge of the gravel right there. So when I put my new front tire on, I'm doubling down, you know, I get a hike in and also get out of the gravel. So when I put that new front tire on, I can just get right on here on this pavement and just be done with this gravel so that I don't flat the other front tire. So that's it. There's me. It's going ding, ding, ding. Oh, let me show y'all something while we're at it. You can get an app on your phone. Let's see. This right here. And you can't hear it because it's on my headphones. Let me come walking at it because it just did it. It was pretty cool. So it'll play over your headphones coming from your rear radar. So if I came, just a minute ago I was walking here and it went off. There it goes. Vehicle approaching. That's me. But what's cool is if you're listening to music, and I'm using the earphones that are, what do you call them? Well, if anything, they're stuck. This will take a second. They wrap over your ears so well, they just don't want to come off your head. Okay, you're unclipping. There you go. Just Jesus Christ. These. Using Swim P3s. Not Swim P3s, Shocks. But this Open Swim Pro, they're totally waterproof. And I got those on purpose. One, for swimming, but also so I don't kill them with sweat like I do my other ones after about a year. Hopefully these will last longer. But anyway, the radar will play over whatever I'm listening to. That was good on the derailleur. And that was a gentle fall. That's probably not very bad. And the oh, it thinks I had an accident. Press and hold to cancel. There we go. Jesus. There's another demonstration of technology. That little tumble of the bike. It thought that was a bike wreck. That's pretty cool. It's gonna stress Emily out even more. And let's see how close Kai is, how close Emily is, and we'll get back on the bike. Check y'all in a bit. All right, we are not going down that gravel road and get another flat tire. The spare wheel is a 23. I didn't get a chance to show y'all. It's a Bontrager, just spare wheel set training wheels that came on this bike when it was new. And just plain old training tires. But to my right, up there, if you end up looking at this on a map where I turned around, at Vaquero Ranch is a cowboy boot shaped swimming pool. It's to the north of where I just turned. And then let's see the power on this hill. All right. This is a bluff of sorts, as much as you can have one. It drops down into the floodplain of the Brazos River. I think that's my smallest gear. $350 watts. Gonna paperboy it. 178. Let's do 400 watts for fun. 392, 406. We gotta keep climbing, but that's the interesting part. All right, Kai is about half a mile, maybe a mile that way to my left. We got a nice downhill here. As long as there's no traffic, gonna have some fun. And then ride easy and pick up some water at the post office. And then I think we'll be back on track. One thing I don't like about the Trek Speed concept is it's got a mono mount instead of two stabilizing mounts. So you get this left-right twist. Even though I tightened everything down yesterday, it's still doing it. Which means I need to take it apart again. It just makes you like unsure that the whole thing's coming loose or not. All right. Be back in a bit. She just yelled at me to get off the road. It's a big joke in our family. Well, I'm back on the road. Oh, I've lost my wind muff on my the top one. So sorry about that. They're really cheap, so they don't stay on that well. I'll have to work on that. So what I'm gonna do is ride this road up and back for a ways until Kai shows up. Looks like I got a click in my drivetrain. It'll all be all right. There's a side road up here, and maybe I'll ride to kill some time. All right, what I'm gonna do is, Kai's about 3 miles behind me. Oh, that front brake is tight. That's what it's supposed to feel like. So I'm gonna do this road, which is about 1.5 miles. And by the time I do it and back, we'll be about same location. We can join back up again. All right, if you can see down here, I am tightening this thing. Just over an hour of a ride, it started getting loose. Let's see if that's one size too small. And just to show how complicated it is, I'm videoing.
It's videoing right now?
Yeah. Okay, now it's tight again. So I had to take this off to get down to that bolt. There's 2 bolts right there, which is under here. And then I got to put the whole bottle cage thing over here back on. But I'm almost ready. How you feeling?
Good.
How was the rest of that gravel road?
Pretty good.
I walked it all the way to the end of the gravel road.
Yeah.
And then Mom picked me up there. It's not. Then, now that that's back on, then this has got to go back on. Without losing a bolt in the grass. I know you're in here somewhere, buddy. Where are you? There we go. I don't think I've had to do this in a race. Usually I have this pretty dialed in by race day. And yeah, there you go. It's good practice though. I'd say this took me about 5 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. Over the period of an Ironman, that's nothing. Something's loose. Still. That is tight, so I don't know what's loose. So I think we're just going to go with it. Now it's tight. Okay. And then this goes back in here. So now we're going down Highway 6?
All the way to the end.
All the way to the end? Y'all missed it on camera. This popped loose on the first curbish thing. I had to hop, what, a quarter mile into the ride. Okay. And then what time do you have on your bike computer so I see how much time I lost?
$2:17.
Yeah.
What do you got?
126, so like 50 minutes, 50?
Almost an hour.
Yeah. Well, I got a hike in. Okay. I'll ride an hour tonight. Make up for it. Okay. You ready?
Here.
Let's see if this thing holds together. Back together. Time for some more fun. I got a loose bolt right in here somewhere. Or a loose mount on this chip seal that's rattling like crazy. Nothing that music doesn't fix, but it's still really loud. What happened? You beat me up that hill? That was like a 6-foot hill.
As you would say, it's still a hill.
I don't know if that counts. Back on smooth pavement. City limits. Lake Creek Park on the left. Oh, there's Kai. Remember doing time trials out here? Remember, I was always one bike leaked ahead.
Remember, you were slow.
Here's your laundry. Here's your next house right there. Oh. What's he doing? Think he's gonna beat me to the house? Is it on now? I can't tell if he's trying to beat me to the top of the hill or it's begun. The last 20 minutes to the house. you got lucky. You got lucky only because you had a radar. It's the only way you knew I was coming.